Highness!
And can we just talk about these photographs? Can we talk about just the posturing and the ear-to-ear grins? They look manic. Both of them look maniacal. Usually he's very tense and just not as smiley as his wife. And Meghan's usually, no matter what's going on around her, she's smiling and she's laughing and so happy. And you know how she always puts her hand on her as if to convey that she's just so tickled that everyone's there to see her. And just watching them walk around this children's hospital and to see all of these people there, most of these people, I guarantee you, they don't really know the Harry and Meghan saga to the extent that you and I do. They don't know about all the lies. They don't know about all the betrayals. They don't know about all of the back-end commercial deals. Really, they haven't gotten into the weeds about what these two did to throw their respective families under the bus for money from Netflix, from Spotify, from all these commercial entities. They haven't delved into it the way that we have. And that's what they're counting on. They're counting on that. And I'm sorry, but I know this is trivial to say too, but just the fact that she always shows up sleeveless and hugging and hanging on everybody, it's not professional. You would never in a million years catch the Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie, or the Princess of Wales, Catherine, sleeveless out at a children's hospital meeting people or in a woman's shelter and hanging on people without a sleeve. It's so gross. I'm sorry, to me, it's gross. I don't think that it's sanitary. I mean, wear sleeveless all you want when you are in your home or you're, running your errands or you're on vacation or doing whatever you're doing. But these outfits, I'm sorry. And I will say that this black, I don't know if it's black or if it's navy, the one with the 6 gold buttons, it actually is flattering on her. For once, it's cut correctly for her body type and it does look flattering. But again, with the sleeveless, just enough with the sleeveless. Everyone has had it with the sleeveless. She's, in my opinion, obsessed with her arms. She's obsessed with her arms and legs. So that's what she's always flashing. But just all of these pictures. But I want to show you. There's also a clip that I caught on social media. I'm just going to play it for you, first of all. I'm not even going to point out what makes me so angry about it. I just want you to watch it and see if you catch it. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to Australia.
Your Highness.
So they're at the hospital. It looks like they're standing in what's the main lobby. Everyone's assembled, right? Because everyone's got to be assembled. It probably took an hour to get everyone in place, ready for these two to get there. Everyone is in place. All the patients, all the hospital staff, all the photographers, security, everybody. They're all in place. And there's a gentleman there that's pointing something out to Harry. I guess probably some patients and people in the hospital up on the higher wings that look down that he could kind of look at and wave at. Did you hear that he said, "Your Highness," to Harry to get his attention? And did you notice that Harry didn't skip a beat, not one beat in responding to the "Your Highness"?
Your Highness.
You know why that is? Because that is the way that these two still see each other. They are not to be addressed as HRH. That privilege was taken away from them when they decided to abscond and desert the family and desert the duty to the crown and the Commonwealth. But they still think that they are HRH. And that's the problem. And that's Charles's problem. And I think all of this is his fault. 100%. And that is what is so grating, like nails on a chalkboard about these two, because you know that they are using that title in private. I mean, we already found out a little over a year ago. Do you remember when Meghan gave that little gift basket to Jamie Kern Lima with the ice cream and all that? And they were talking about it on their podcast. I did a video about it. But she had some stationery in that gift basket. And on the stationery, it was HRH, Duchess of Sussex. So you know she's using the title in private. She's not even technically supposed to be doing that. So just watch this again. It's infuriating. Your Highness. And you notice how Harry just didn't skip a beat. Yep, because he's just like Andrew in the sense that they are both entitled. They are entitled. They're both spares, yet they think that they're better than everybody else. But everything is for them. And they are the type that think that because of their birth, they are special and they are privileged. And everyone else needs to just get in line. And what was stopping Harry from even looking just a tiny bit sheepish when he was addressed as Your Highness by that man in the video? He knows that that's going to get out. People are going to find out about it and point it out. I haven't heard anyone talk about it yet, but the coverage is still relatively new. But what happened to just call me Harry? Just call me Harry. Just call me Harry. And all of this hand-holding, the constant hand-holding, the constant back-rubbing, the constant touching one another, it's so off-putting. It's off-putting and it's distracting. And that's one thing they haven't learned anything from. If they're auditioning to try to get back into the royal family as working members, which is what I fully believe, in my opinion, they're trying to do, they need to really cut this out, because this hand-holding and this constant touching that they do, it's very, very distracting. If you are really there wanting to call attention to the charity, wanting to call attention to the women's shelter, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to cut it out, because that's all anyone focuses on. But that's what they want. They want people to focus on it. This is so unbelievable, you guys, so unbelievable. And this past week was Divine Mercy Sunday. It's my favorite feast in the Catholic liturgical year, Divine Mercy Sunday. It's just about Christ's outpouring of love and mercy for us. And Christ told Saint Faustina that there will be a time for my justice, but now is a time for my mercy. And we all have to be merciful to everyone in our lives, and even people we don't know. But that's the thing, that's what makes me so unbelievably angry watching this, because we know by their actions and everything that they've done up to this point that Harry and Meghan are not about, they're not about charity, and they're not about any type of duty of care that they're not getting reimbursed for. They're not about really calling attention to an organization like a hospital or a shelter without enriching themselves. They could have done all of this without the cameras. They could have made private visits. They could have made private donations. They don't have to show up and make a huge stink about this and involve taxpayer funds and involve the Australians in having to pay for this. They don't have to. They might not be, rolling in the dough to the extent that they want to be, but they still have quite a bit of money, and they could give privately. A lot of people would argue that they can't give privately because they don't have money. Well, I say they have a heck of a lot more money than most of us watching this video, so they could still give substantial amounts, but do it privately. What is driving them to want to do this other than seeking money, fortune, and fame? And it's sad to watch, and it's sickening to watch. And that's why we really need to continue to pray for these two, because not only are they there tarnishing the reputation of the monarchy and really their own reputations, although they still don't see it. They don't see that this faux royal tour formula that they've been doing for the last few years isn't working. Because they're getting desperate. Because when the love and the want of money, that need gets so desperate that you will resort to doing anything, that's what we see here. It's unbelievable. And these are the people that need prayer. These are the people that need the Lord. They really need to have their eyes opened. because they're upsetting a lot of people. And when I look and see Meghan crouching down, talking to a child that's had leukemia 4 different times, 4 reoccurrences of leukemia in her diagnosis, you know, as a stage 3B rectal cancer survivor myself, I know what people go through when they have cancer. Yes, I had rectal cancer, not leukemia, but I know what it is to get IV chemo treatment, what it means to get radiation therapy, what it means to have surgery. I know everything that you go through, everything your family goes through. They are enriching themselves and using these harmless children for publicity. I'm getting fired up, you guys, but I know that something has to happen. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. Something is going to happen. I don't know what. They haven't fallen to the depths that they need to, apparently, because it's still going on. But something will happen. But until they get the titles taken away, until they get some type of reprimand from the palace, this is going to continue. But I got to tell you, as much as I love the British royal family, I don't have a lot of faith in the reigning monarch. I don't have a lot of faith in Charles right now. The fact that he released a Ramadan message and not a message for Easter was particularly disheartening and distasteful. Now, mind you, I'm a Roman Catholic and not a member of the Church of England, but he still is a representative of Christendom in Europe. So to not issue an Easter statement, I mean, talk about nauseating. It just makes you just want to just curl up and cry. It's like, what? You don't want to proclaim that Christ is the risen Lord and King? Proclaim the news of the gospel? You're in a position that apparently you believe, you know, you're anointed by God. He has a special oil applied to his forehead when he is crowned, at the moment of his crowning, to be a leader in the faith and to preach and proclaim the faith. And he's not following in his duty and having a good, honest Christian talk with these two to say, look, what you are doing to enrich yourselves in our name using our titles, and they can say all they want that they're not using the titles and they're not representatives. We all know they're getting this attention because they are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and they're getting paid for police protection because of that. We all know. They need to be sat down and they need to be told, you cannot enrich yourselves like this. Go off and do your Spotify, go off and do your wellness retreats, do your Netflix, do whatever you're going to do, but do it privately. Don't do it like this. This is a disgusting display. And as a Christian, I'm really fired up and I'm really pissed off, but I'm still going to continue to pray for them because they are on a world stage. And I would encourage you to pray for them as well, because the more people that pray for these two, maybe we will see some type of turnabout with them. Because this, you guys, this is Holy Spirit type stuff. This is Holy Spirit conversion that needs to happen. We need to start getting God involved. But that's all I'm going to say about that right now. But I'm just infuriated. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. The Child Bride series about Priscilla Presley is not going away indefinitely. I just have to rework a lot of the already published videos, and then I'm going to work on a new format to bring you future chapters. So for those of you who are fans of that series, please give me some grace. I have to just rework a lot of material, but it is coming. Like the video, share the video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and please double check to make sure that you are subscribed. I don't know. Sometimes I can't help but feeling that in some of my videos when I am mentioning my faith, maybe I am being targeted. I don't know, but I would really appreciate your support. If you like my video, if you like my take on things, please forward it to someone. Maybe they can watch and subscribe too. I just really feel like my progress on YouTube is being just stalled. It can be disheartening, but I'm going to continue to be making videos. I love you guys and my community that I built here too much to stop. And I love the Lord, and I'm, going to shout it from the rooftops that I do love him and that I do believe that Harry and Meghan need him too. So that's all I'm going to say. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.
Welcome to Australia.
Highness.